What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Kind of a match review, but listen, I'm not really here for the match review as such. Sounds weird this being a match review, but for me, full disclosure. Anyway, let me intro this properly. Please smash the like. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Just excuse my downbeat demeanor today, because I wasn't really bothered about the match today. I gotta be honest. If we had won, great. We'd have been in the hat for the next round, and I would have loved that. You know me, I want a cup run. I really do. But look at the shape of our squad. Are we in any condition to be in a cup run right now? We're barely surviving in the league, so I don't know where the cup run would have come from this season. So I guess we're gonna have to just carry on with the league and go from there and try the cuppa next year. But for me, the big story isn't the referees today, although it was atrocious. And yes, it was offside. There's no getting around that. You know me, I don't really bash on the refs too much, but Stuart Atwell, yet again, another disaster class performance. But this isn't on the refs. This is about Leeds United for me. And listen, I can see some of you guys want to talk about the game, so we can do that. Hope everyone's well. Like I say, please smash the like on the stream. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I just don't know what we're doing. I don't know what the club's doing. I've got to be honest, and it's leaving me a bit confused in terms of what direction this club is actually going in and what they're looking to achieve. Um, yeah, no way go. Listen, for me anyway, the game was boring. I'm just gonna put it out there. The house is very warm. Through the first half, I was drifting in and out of sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you; it was very, very boring. Good to see Lewis Bate get his start, but hey, listen, he got subbed off at halftime. Why? I don't know. It's the easy sub to make, I guess. He's new to the team. It's easy for him to come off rather than Click coming off before him. But I noticed in the second half that the movement in midfield wasn't as good as it was when Lewis Bate was on the pitch. And you just figure with a few runner games under that kid's belt, that the decision making and that bit where the ball came out the air and he could have volleyed it a few more games in a row, I think he gets better. But listen, that this is all secondary to the main point. What has happened in this transfer window? Besides signing an under 23 player, I don't care about that. I said that before on the channel. I don't care about any signings for the under 23. Not interested. I want to know where the first team players are. We're at the 9th of January. We're at the 9th, and there's still no activity. Nothing. There's zero. And again, listen, I'll come back into it as you guys want to talk about the game. Yes, Dan James up front. Rinse and repeat. It doesn't work. We've seen it how many times. It doesn't work. He's a good follow out on the wing. That's his best position. That's where he does all his damage. Up front, he's not a striker, so you're gonna get results like you got today from Dan James. It's not his fault either. Like there's no blame on Dan James for the misses that he had today. I think even that second one was a bit straight at him. But you have to say, if you got a striker up front that anticipates those kind of things, which they do, then maybe it goes in. But listen, we're gonna keep on we're gonna keep on going in and out of this because I've got to be honest. I wasn't gonna do a match review today because I literally had zero interest in the game today. I had none, and I know it sounds bad, but I can't lie to you guys. And if I'm not interested in something, it's hard for me to talk about it because I don't want to pretend to you like I care about something that I just don't have any interest in. What I want is for the club to be moving in silence, and I hope they are. But for me, these things, and I said this before Christmas, these things should have been in the bud. We've seen clubs around the league do it. Everton have wrapped up two fullbacks because they knew they needed them. Regardless of what was happening, they knew they needed them. So they've got a left and right back come in. Aston Villa, Coutinho, great, good for them. I know that Steven Gerrard's doing. I know. Who else? Somebody else assigned somebody. Newcastle with Trippier. But it's not even about the quality of players that they brought in. It's the fact that the clubs have realized that they had to do something and they've done it. So it I just expected at least one buddy in the first 2 weeks of the window, and I know we've got a few more days until the halfway point of the month. I just hope, and it hasn't not left my mind that that victory versus Burnley, as good as it was, and it was good, hasn't made the club just go, you know what, maybe we don't need to do anything now. We're 8 points clear. We're safe. We're seemingly safe at this point in time. Maybe we don't need to get in a player or two in January. But for me, this is when you do your work. You have to do this thing bit by bit. And I can only go against what Radrizzani said, and that is that he expects us to be a top six team next season. That's what he said. He wants us to be pushing for the top six, I should say. But right now, we're not moving like we want to get top six football. I'll be honest. It feels like we're more moving like we want to be more like Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace or Mike Ashley's Newcastle and just be happy to be here. That's the feeling I'm getting right now. That's the feeling I'm getting right now. I hope I'm wrong. As when and if I think something is in a negative way about Leeds, I hope I'm wrong. But for now, I just don't see it. And then when you're hearing further whispers out the club like Mateus Click is important to keep in next season, it's like what? If that does happen, I will adjust my mindset that this club is just happy to be here next season as well. It's a sucky way of thinking about football. It is because, but I will say it's better to be mid-table and down the bottom half of the Premier League than it is Championship. Absolutely, it is. But no, I just don't know. I just don't know. Charlie Burks, we've made another signing. We've made another signing, new midfielder, foreshore extension, and that's it for me. The foreshore extension, I actually do agree with. I do, but it's on the premise, and I mean on the premise that he is getting minimum games next season. I don't You don't want to see Adam Forshaw for you in 22-23 starting in your midfield week in, week out. This is one of those where you've got players in front of him. Forshaw comes in to give one of those a break, plays the cup games, etc. But listen, I don't know. I just don't know which direction the club is going in at the moment. It feels kind of just in the middle of nothing right now. And I just wonder if we did lose against Burnley, what would have happened then? I just don't know. We won't know. Uh, Scooby saying, I know you're not happy, mate. I feel you, but come on, not 4-0 and high was good. Exactly. I hate that. Listen, Jay Comfrey at centre back. I don't really care about this stuff right now. I did tell I've got I'm just being honest with you. I can't lie to you. I don't care about the cup result today. And I can say all you want, all the referee was bad. Yes. Was it offside? Yes. Were we toothless up front again? Yes. Are we missing players with injuries again? Yes, we are. Players going out in training again via injuries. Very frustrating. Joe Gelhardt out for a month. Yeah, I don't know if I should have come on. I honestly don't know if I should have come on. Adesh agreeing with me here, 100%. If you don't move forward in the Premier League, then you're essentially moving backwards. And this is the thing, Adesh. We already did this in the summer where we didn't do enough business. We didn't. So we're already like another window behind. If we don't do anything significant in January, then we're going to be even further behind. Like this summer coming up will be the biggest summer of Leeds United's existence in terms of players coming in and out. That's what it will look like if we are pushing for top six. Sugary goodness in regards to the game, we never looked like scoring. Absolutely no creativity throughout the team. Yeah, I mean, and also again, I mean, this is something we don't really need to go into again. But the substitutions, I mean, I just don't know what's going on. Honestly, I'm baffled. So I can't come on here and act like I've got all the answers right now. I just can't. I'm with everybody else. I just don't know what's happening. Rebecca G, very disappointed, KG. We need to talk about training. The amount of injuries on the training pitch is insane. Must be an issue. I mean, we've had this throughout the time of Bielsa. We have, but yeah, when you're running with a small squad as we are, it's more of an issue than it is than for other teams because you're looking at it. Look at our starting 11 today. Um, Never mind the starting level. Look at the bench. You know, we got Drama, Moore, McCarron, Jenkins, Forshaw, Dallas, Somerville, Rafinha. For me, in this game, this is one where you don't see Dallas or Rafinha. We shouldn't have seen those two today. We shouldn't have seen either of those guys today. But that comes down again to the strength and depth. So, although I'm not really talking about this game much, and I'm sorry if that disappoints you, it kind of does roll into what I'm talking about with the team selection today. I know we've got a lot of injuries, but there is ways of we could have rested some. I mean, Somerville could have started today over James. He could have. I uh Nick PS Nick PH, sorry. Why was Bait taken off our time? I don't know. I've got no idea. Michael Pollard, loyalty from Marcelo Bielsa will see Click, Roberts, Cooper, Harrison still starting next season. The under 23s can't be blamed if they push for low moves. And this is a concern for me. And this goes back to the transfers and everything else. And Michael makes a good point here. I just worry about seeing some of these players starting week in, week out next season. I don't know. I just thought that the way that we started the season, the way that the board were looking in games, the way the concern, the words that have come out from the club in regards to how we've played and everything else like that, I would have thought that something would have been done by now. But I don't know. Uh, yeah, Robbie saying, there's a saying, do your future self a favor. That means you need to act now. Our under 23s are good, but not first team yet. That will take time we don't have. Athena saying there was very little tactic creativity. Yeah, yeah. Listen, it's honestly making my head hot, and I really shouldn't have come on. I should not have come on, but I have to share these concerns with you because otherwise I'm not being completely real. And just seeing just words like click being essential to us going forward, that doesn't do me anything but give me fear. Because if you're moving like a top six club, you cannot be sentimental at the same time. And I feel this club in general just loves sentiment. They just love sentiment in this club. I do. I feel it from the board. I feel it from fans. Click had one half a good game against Burnley. All of a sudden now, oh look now, what are you saying about Click? I, Tyler Roberts goes back to type after a few good performances where he's terrible again, and people act surprised. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Listen, uh, sugary goodness saying Harrison and James were appalling today against makeshift fullbacks. Ben Johnson does play left or right back for West Ham. In all fairness, so yeah, he's quite a regular for West Ham. Darren Wong saying, forget about this game. Need to beat West Ham next week. Yeah, that's it for me. League takes precedent over the cups this season, and I hate saying that because I would love Leeds United to have a cup run, but we're just not in any shape. Look at our team. The team isn't in any shape to compete on the league or and a cup front. It just isn't. Ah, Jamie Lowe, totally agree with KG. People are too soft. All it takes is half a good performance, and that earns them another stay in another season. Roberts Click should both be moved on. Exactly, Jamie. Like this is why I have to do what I do because I do speak differently from a lot of Leeds fans. I know I do. But this is why I have to do what I do because if not, all you're going to see is people just loving these players until they're 35, 36, and we're still toiling at the bottom of the league somewhere. Like it's just ridiculous. We cannot keep doing this. You can say yes, click. He had a good second half. Let's see what he does next game. Let's do that. But no, it has to go to the extreme. And I know the social media accounts and things have to do what they do, but sending out clips of him doing one nutmeg here and there, it just feeds into the hype that this player is still good enough to be here long term to the fan that is sentimental, and they won't think that anyone better than Click can come in, and that isn't true. And you just think that we always hear we're not going to start, we're not going to get anybody who's not better than what we've got. Well, at this stage, we've won four games all season, 4 games in the league. Does that mean if we win the fifth that we might be challenging for Champions League next year? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, it wasn't a good idea for me to come on, but I just can't let this sit on my head anymore because I'm seeing teams actively doing business. And I'm not talking about rumors. I don't care about rumors. Rumors don't interest me. I'm talking about seeing players hold up the shirts. And we're not one of them right now. Now, hopefully they just make this outdated tomorrow and we see a lovely first team signing being signed for next week's game. But I don't know. Um, Tom Bennett, the only consistent thing about Leeds this year is their performance level drop. As soon as we don't have a designated striker up front, Greenwood should have stayed on. Yeah, listen, Sam did okay. I like the fact that he loves to shoot. That's a really good thing. You know, he had a couple of instances where he could have passed the ball, but he wants to get a shot off, and I don't hate that from a striker. I really don't. But yeah, we move out a striker, and then it's back to Dan James up front. Listen, we know the draw from that. We know what's going to happen. Uh, Paul Williams, KG, is it a coincidence that most of the fourth year players that are struggling? No, it's not, Paul. It's not a coincidence at all. You need to replace these players. You need to replenish the squad, but it's not happening. There are favourites here. I think there's some loyalty to the promoted squad. And I understand that if the player is of high quality, but yes, you are going to get tired playing the way that we play. The method that we play in training, obviously in training, it's very rough, very tough to train. And the games that we play, the amount of running that they're made to do, you're going to get tired. That's why Dan James looks so fresh in our team because he hasn't been doing this for 3, 4 years. It's absolutely no coincidence in that. You have to replace some of these players. Oh, but yeah, yeah. Listen, guys. Yeah, let me just get this comment up. Kev McNally, Vlasic fouled himself in the ref bought it. I mean, listen, it happened all game. But this thing here with the ref, I don't want to talk about the refs. Like refs to me, that they don't interest me. What interests me is what we're doing here at Leeds United. Robbie, we look stale. I never expected us to score. Uh, yeah, Jody saying Dan James was doing great in midfield too. No product up front, so wasting an energetic James. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, guys, my concerns. I can't shake them. I can't shake them. Pavel, hi KG, hi to you, man. John B in the house, hi to you. Uh, Dale Steele, fans will turn on Rads if no player signed this month. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. I can't really judge it from this fan base if they will, or if the upcoming new contracts will be ever a consolation for them. I don't know. I just look long term, and I look at what the Premier League is. I do. You cannot stand still in the Premier League, and even Crystal Palace now. I say that we'll be going like a Roy Hodgson Crystal Palace if we continue like this with the current players that we've got. But even they realized that they couldn't do it anymore. If they had another season, maybe two of what they were doing under Roy Hodgson, they would have been saying bye bye. Okay, yeah. The Dan Bob, it won't be cheap to replace 3 or 4 of the promotion winning team. How much money do you want us to spend, KG? I'm not sure we have that much. Listen, Dan Bob, it's not about spending 20, 30 million on players. Listen, we've just seen Maitland Niles go on loan to Roma. Like, are we really saying that Arsenal wouldn't have loved him to come under Bielsa and play for Leeds United in the Premier League and stay in the league? I have very I have doubts that they would have thought that. I think that Maitland Niles on loan would have been done. And there you have an upgrade straight away at least right back, or at least another option at left back. And again, Firpo today, I don't know if he's concussed or not, but he may be out for a game. I don't know. But it's you have to do it over time. Dan Bob is saying, how do you replace 3 or 4 of the pro win team? This is going to be our second year. There's a couple of these guys that realistically shouldn't be here. And that's the fact. They shouldn't be here, but they are still here, which makes it them. Then like you're saying, Dan Bob, You can't replace 3 or 4, but then it becomes 5 or 6, 6 and 7. The numbers just keep going up the more you're not replacing some of these players. Yeah, Gilbert, exactly. You don't need to spend a lot to get quality in. It's all about your scouting. Your scouting does the work for you. Look at Stroud. Look at Gelhardt. Extreme examples, but look at those guys. Even if you got some Lewis Bate again, if he continues in the way that he's progressing, you don't need to spend 30 million. That's just something that people throw out. But football, no. We got Rafinha for 17. There is players out there. There are players out there that you can get. Uh, Uh, Dan Bob saying football will be out 2 weeks. I'm with you, Cage. We've got to refresh. Yeah, that's all I'm asking. It's not like, and I just want to make it clear as well, because again, in this time and day and age, if you say that you want some players to go out, it means you hate them and all that stuff. I don't hate any of this squad. I will forever be grateful that they finally got us out the mud after 16 years of doing nothing. Bielsa and the squad, and you say thank you. But this is when you say thank you, but we've now outgrown you. We've outgrown you. We're in the Premier League now. We need to move on to the next stage. And thank you for everything. We'll see you in 10 years for a celebratory dinner back at Ellen Road, and we'll celebrate you then. That's what you got to do. But I don't know. Yeah, Rebecca G. We will never be full strength. We have a revolving door for injuries. It's ridiculous. The Gelhardt news just like, it's like, what do you do? What can you say at this point? We've got it every single week, every month. We have a player going out, and it's always for like 2-3 weeks a month. It's never just a small injury. Byron, who would you get rid of? That's a video for another day. I think that's one for the end of season, and I'm going to do one of those, a buy, sell, or loan out. One of those kind of videos. I will do that. So, but yeah, just yeah. Well, I mean, I'll say two off the bat. Mateus Click, I would definitely sell, and Rodrigo. I'd sell those two straight away. I don't know if Rodrigo's still injured or not. Maybe he is. I don't really keep tabs on him. In all fairness, some of these things are addition by subtraction. And I just think that if you can get some value now for Mateus Click, um, and for Rodrigo, that would do me. And it's not even that Rodrigo's a bad player. Again, yeah. Darren Wong. I mean, that doesn't that goes without saying. Again, Rodrigo isn't even a bad player, and I will not say that he's a bad player, but it just hasn't worked out for him here. It happens. It just because you're a good player doesn't mean it's going to work out everywhere else. I just don't think it's a fit for him at Leeds United. Yeah, Bowie Doctor Dallas came on a sub and played three positions. Yeah, again, terrific Stuart Dallas, and he has to be. We start him somewhere. Another sub comes on, he moves again. Another sub comes on, he moves back into defense. I mean, kudos to Stuart Dallas, and he's one that I definitely would not sell. By the way, he's a keeper. You keep Stuart Dallas around. Uh, uh, da, 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 Scott, okay, Scott Lightning putting in some players that he would sell. Roberts, Costa, Paveda, Click, Cooper, Shackleton. Yeah, that's a start. Freddie Mac, would you take Saiz back? No, I wouldn't. And besides, Samu left because of homesickness, right? I don't think he'd come back to England anyway. But nah, that ship sailed. That ship sailed. Ah, God, guys, God, I feel like I've just come on here and just projected a rant of sorts, and I didn't want to do that, but it's how I feel. So I'm glad I've done it. I'm glad I've done it. I mean, yeah. See, it's things like this as well. I mean, Athena, I take your point as well. I'd like to see how Roberts does in a position where he's in shooting 24/7. He has some good touches, but can't finish in front of goal. This is what I'm talking about. We've got so many players like this, where I'd like to see this player play here. I wonder what this player would do if he was. We need to get out of this thing of just always wanting this player to go here, there, and everywhere, and have a player that just does what knows what he's doing, comes in, does his job on a consistent basis, rather than going for these players that are doing something once, nothing, once, Nothing. Half a game, nothing else. That's how it has to be. I've got to switch this. I got to switch this. This is bad. This is bad. Right. This is bad. Oh, John B. I'm depressed now. Sorry, John, but I've got to keep it real. If no one else is going to do it, I will do it. I've got to keep it real, and the club cannot afford to stand still. I'll make it clear again. I am Leeds United first, players second. Players are secondary. Players come and go, and it just it baffles me as well that people that are old enough as well to remember the fire sales of the O'Leary babies and everything else like that. What nearly happened to us? Can't can't even think like that. Like players literally come and go. Your top players come and go. These guys are nowhere near the players that we've got rid of previously, and it's like I don't know. Nick PHS, thanks for coming on KG with a super chat. Thanks for your donation, man. Thanks for supporting the channel and myself. Much appreciated. Oh man. Oh, let's have a look. SA Scouser, Liverpool fan. If Leeds don't strengthen this month with a few shrewd signings, it could be devastating. Could be. I still, like I say, I still don't think we're going to be relegated at this point. I just don't. But it's not just about being relegated. It's about planning for the next step. That's the main thing for me in a nutshell. It's about what are we doing for the next step. Are we going to be pushing for the top six, or are we just going to be happy to be here? Hans Norman saying Greenwood not a football player. Sorry to say, but his, I think he's saying his decision making. I think Hans Norman. Yeah, Michael DiCaprio. No more round pegs in square holes. So fed up. Yeah, that's something else. That's something else as well. Just let's not keep training ourselves to believe that we shouldn't have two recognized left backs at the club just because Stuart Dallas can play there. I think we've just got used to it so much now that we've just accept that if Firpo goes out now, that Dallas will go back there. But no, we should have another left back to be in competition with Firpo. That's how it should be. I mean, HWH saying no need to panic. We're playing with three U's against a full strength team, plus it's a competition. That's it. I'm not even talking about this game though. HWH. We lost 2-0. West Ham had a full strength team, pretty much. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the future of the team going forward. It's got no, it really has nothing to do with today's result. The only thing I take from today is the kind of thing of where we're having to play some youngsters that aren't ready and also put youngsters on the bench that aren't ready either. That's the main thing. It's about filling out the squad, and I just don't think we've done it good enough. And like I say, we're at the 9th of January, and I'm just not seeing anything yet. But listen, yeah, yeah, Jacob Smith. I think it should be two in every position, plus Stuart Dallas on top of that to cover everybody. Yeah, he's just a Swiss Army knife, and I don't know what we do without Dallas in terms of his versatility and quality. You know, he's done really well. So yeah, Stuart Dallas all day long. John Paul Smith, top content KG, agree. Not talking about us as a top six club next season and not doing anything baffling. Love from Norway. Yeah, I don't feel like this is top quality content, but it's content that I feel I got to put out right now for just the state of where I see the club. That's just how it is. I just think it just gets forgotten as well that we've won 4 games all season in the league. That's just not good enough. But it just seems that every time we do something good, we can just sleep for a bit and just relax. Like everything just gets forgotten. But I don't forget. I'm a long term thinker. I'm not in the short term passion game. That's not me. I gotta say as well, Gavin. Llorente also too slow. Impressed with Hayer. Llorente was bad today. Like I can't even dress it up. Llorente is my guy, but Antonio had him for breakfast today. It wasn't even close either. So he had a few good passes in the first half, Llorente, but when it came to defending, Antonio had his number. So yeah. Jody Sellers saying Watford have Dennis, Newcastle are bringing a new team in. Relegation is a real possibility still. Harrison has potential but needs some decision making training. Click Cooper, Rodrigo out. Uh, David Mallon, we are just a run of the mill team. No respect for the 36,000 home fans. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I just think as well, if you're one of the however many went down to the game today and you saw that bench and some of those starters, are you happy seeing that? That's for one of the regular fan going people to answer. But Michael Cashmore, Rafa's declining. World class players are impacted. I'm not seeing it. I just think, honestly, Michael, I see Rafinha right now, and I just think I think he's just being dragged into the rest of the group. I do. I think I've seen a few people, and this is where you have to have perspective as well. Rafinha has been a game winner, match changer for us for since he's come here. If he's starting to have a few average games, don't hold it against him. Just think, what is he thinking? Is he in the mood to keep on being the main man, or is he waiting for some help to come? Is he waiting for better around him to come? Is he waiting for an actual striker to play up front? I don't know. But what I would say is Rafinha gets, I've seen it so many times, it's crazy. There's average players that get more plaudits than Rafinha because they're average and they can pass the ball 5 yards to the side. But if Rafinha's not scoring a goal or assisting, it means he's had a bad game or something. Crazy. Crazy. But that's how it goes. If he's not smiling or doing something, he looks like he's moody or something like that. Mad. Mad, mad some of the stuff I read. But this is what happens when people get confused with passion merchants and quality on the ball. That's what happens. It is what it is. Rafinha is on 8 goals. He's been carrying us this season. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gilbert Walker, Michael clearly hasn't. I don't know who. I didn't see that from Michael. Raf is tired. Yeah, he's carrying the team on his back. Listen, Rafinha, we shouldn't have seen him today, but that's the whole point. He's a star player, and I see this. If he's not scoring or assisting or doing something, he hasn't done that lately, as one of the comments said earlier. But I guarantee if he's in a better team, he's still creating chances. He's getting goals and assists. If you're looking for the numbers, he's looking for goals and assists if he's in a better team. But he's not. Look at the team he's in right now. You can only expect so much. You can only do so much. It's just like when you've got a worldy goalkeeper in the bottom three. Right? They can only do so much before the rest of the team has to help out. Uh, Byron saying we're Leeds, we're full of passion merchants. It is what it is, bro. I know we're full of passion merchants. I see you all the time. I see you all the time, man. But passion ain't enough for me. I like to see quality on the ball. I know it's a really dirty thing to say, but I like to see people that know what to do with the ball. Don't care if they get along. I honestly don't care if the team get along. We've seen Thomas Tuchel recently said it as well for Chelsea, a team that's just won the Champions League. That not all players get along in the team. You don't need that. Look at York and Cole. No, not York and Cole. It was Cole and Sheringham. Yeah, Cole and Sheringham. Who knew that them two were beefing? Because when they were up front together, you'd never have guessed it. Don't need a family environment, man. Forget all of that. Just get wins on the ball and get quality in. But listen, people, this has been. Some people will enjoy this, I know, but for me, this isn't the kind of stream I want to do. I like to be positive about my club, but right now I just feel like we're standing still. I do, and that's how I feel right now. Um, and I think I got to end this soon. What 34 minutes, and this has not been great. Not for me. And I'm an honest guy. I don't like doing this kind of stuff. I really don't. But the questions have to be asked. And there's no point listening to reading rumors or listening to it. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. When we've signed players in the Premier League, they've come pretty much the day after it's been reported, when whoever has leaked it. We don't know weeks in advance anymore. We get our transfers in when they come in. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for over the next week or so, that they are working to get people in. So there's no point looking at rumors and everything else like that. I can make up a rumor now and it'll get reported. It's happened before on Rance's stream when I used to do stream with Rance. I didn't even make up a rumor. I said of who I wanted to get, and some people ran with it anyway. It's crazy. It's crazy. But um, let me just see. I'll just get a few more of your comments in. KG, I'd like to hear your thoughts. In the end, the leader is Bielsa. He needs to up his game too. Yeah, I agree. He does. He does. Freddie Mac, what are you talking about, man? Freddie Mac, KG, don't take it out on your family, all right? Freddie, I'm not Chris Benoit, you know. Relax. Relax yourself. Calmer, all right? Athena, I'm holding my breath for last minute signings, but who knows? Listen, from what I've just said, give for your last minute thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Are you okay with where the team is now? Are you happy to hear that we would have Forshaw and Click going into next season, maybe as starters? Maybe. Just give me your thoughts on what it is, because just let me know how you feel. And if you're a passion merchant, don't hide. I don't mind if you're a passion merchant. I get it, but that's just not who I am. Uh, I still think that we have as yet untapped potential, but I agree, KG, we need to act. Okay. Yep. David Malin, kids, that's all we sign. Jody Sellers, you get the truth from KG. What's the point in anything else? Cheers for streaming after a nothing game. Yeah. Thank you, Jody. iPad app play. No, at least 4 required now. Yeah, 4 would be lovely, but it's unrealistic. It really is. So I'm not expecting 4. I'd be happy with 2 for now. But yeah. Just go back up here. Steely Man, the league match against West Ham will tell the true story. If we can't show something stronger in that match, then I'm not okay with the team. I expected nothing from today's game. Okay. Paul Ellison, you're telling the truth and people don't like it. It happens. Freddie Mac, KG, we need new players and we're all as perplexed as you. At least I'm not alone, man. At least I'm not alone. Just going to go through a couple more of your comments on this matter. Yeah, Bobby is saying, hold on. I think 2 is unrealistic with this club, to be honest. Robert Kelso, I think everybody is here because they need this honesty. Well, I hope so. But listen, what I would say to anybody that may watch this and then comment after as if like I'm a negative Nancy or anything like that. I'm just being realistic, people. And it's always the people that aren't realistic that when something does happen, they go, "Oh, I knew we should have done this. Oh, we should have done this." No, I say I get out in front of these things. I do it all the time as well. Chris is saying, suspect we'll get no signings, to be honest. I hope I'm wrong. Bandy, shout out to Bandy, man, who was very optimistic earlier as well, by the way, that we'd win 3-0. Bandy saying, I've got him so down that I feel I have to put his shirt in the ground and have a wait. I'm very sorry, Bandy. I'm sorry. Going for Mark York White's going forward, not click or glick, yeah, as an ITV commentator called him all match. Yeah, ridiculous. I don't know why it was so hard to get the names right. KG, we are here because we agree, at least in part. Yeah, I listen. I'm not saying you got to agree with everything I'm saying. In fact, I don't want that either. I don't want loads of people that just say, "Yeah, I agree with everything you say." If you've got anything questioning anything I'm saying, then please do speak up. Matt Davis, Bate was lively first half. Click kept tackling himself. Bowie Doctor, we obviously need a couple of quality midfielders coming in and a goalie at least. Yeah, that's true. Rich Emery, you're spot on, KG. We need 5 or 6 decent additions in the first team if we're going to compete in this league. Yeah, that's it. Kevin McNally, you'll all be smiling next week. I hope so, man. T85, my opinion still hasn't changed after the Burnley game. We still need to act, and I will still feel the same even if we win next Sunday. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm with you there. Steely man, no, you're not alone. If we stand still in Jan, then I'll be very pessimistic. Yeah. Yeah, Scott Lightning, I don't want us to sign six average players. I want two quality signings. Yeah, that's it for me as well, Scott. It's not about how many bodies you get in, it's the quality of the player. I'm with you 100%. Brian C, this is not the championship. Our current skill level isn't quite enough. We are just off the mark. Yeah. And I think that kind of sums it up. I can't see anybody really disagreeing. I think everyone else is in agreement. So I'm glad I'm not alone there. And I'm sorry I didn't really care about the cup game today. Um, I don't know if there was anything else to say about it, but it was very boring. But listen, congratulations to West Ham for going through. We go again next week. West Ham United again, and yeah, let's focus on finishing as strong as we can in the league now, because the league position is what's going to tell us what we're doing next summer. Are we going to be able to keep Calvin? Are we going to be able to keep Rafinha? Are we going to be able to add to that? Time will tell. But listen, yeah, let's go and watch Forest Arsenal now. And yeah, smash a like if you haven't smashed a like, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Peace out, people.